Here we are again, sports fans.
We are still here, campers, causing trouble.
My name is Chris.
Ironically enough, that is my name, too.
How does that name thing happen?
Never mind that. Get on with our report.
Oh, right. The Ontario election is approaching, and it's getting interesting.
Some of the candidates have begun to look like cold, heartless and feeling uncaring, pandering amoral dweebs with no conscience. But a few are starting to look like they might actually want to make a difference.
Cool. Who would have expected that?
I know. Isn't it exciting?
Now it's time to turn up the heat. Now it's time for us to become a bit more active.
Our first 2 election guides have helped you understand a bit more of what the candidates really mean when they say their carefully worded sound bites, which, all too often, mean absolutely nothing.
This time, as our continuing public service, the Alliance Against Poverty is suggesting some responses you can make when candidates come to your door with their platitudes.
That's why we are calling this lesson, What You Need to Say.
When a candidate says, "We've created more jobs than the rest of Canada combined," you need to say, "Good for you." Were they full-time jobs? Did they pay a living wage? Did they include benefits?
When a candidate says, "We need to help those who truly deserve it," you need to say, "That's interesting. How do you determine who deserves not to eat?"
When a candidate says, "We are going to do something about poverty," you need to say, "That's good. But be specific. Will you actually increase welfare rates so people can afford rent and food at the same time?"
When a candidate says, "Poor people simply have to get a job," you need to say, "Most poor people already have a job, or 2, or even 3.
When a candidate says, "We have a great new plan for poor people," you need to say, "Does it include the special diet allowance, or are you going to bury it in red tape again?"
When a candidate says, "We need to give poor people a hand up, not a handout," you need to say, "Okay. How do you propose to do that without blaming the poor for being poor?"
When they say, "We cannot afford to raise welfare rates, but we must lower taxes for the rich."
When they say, "We need to keep welfare rates low so poor people won't want to stay on welfare."
When they say, "The poor need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps,"
you need to say,
"I'm sorry, but right now you are sounding like
a cold,
heartless,
unfeeling,
uncaring,
pandering,
amoral
dweeb
with no conscience,
and I will not be voting for you."
Thanks for watching, everyone. I am still Chris. I have not changed my name since the intro.
But I'm thinking about it. Vote for a poverty-free Ontario.
Are you really going to change your name?
You are really beginning to annoy me.